today I'm going to work on drawing a bike because bikes are really hard to draw. They have been stumping kids since they were invented, I think. And a lot of adults too. A lot of adults can't draw bikes either. I know I couldn't until I really practiced. So just like the truck, I'm going to start with the wheels, and I'm going to give myself a ground line just so that I kind of know where my bike's going to be. And then I'm going to start at the wheels, and I'm going to use the dots to help me. But this time I'm going to make the wheels bigger than the wheels on the car because they're closer up. And these wheels should be kind of close together. Maybe 2 or 3 squares apart if you're making them about the same size as mine. And we can always come back and add more details to those wheels, but that's where we're going to start. I also want to find the middle of my wheel and put a dot there because we're going to need to use that. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the front part of my bicycle. So there is a tube that goes straight from the wheel up a little bit, and then that's where the handles are going to be. My handles kind of come forward and then they go out to the side like this. Okay, next thing I'm going to draw is where the pedals are attached. So that's a small circle closer to the back wheel than it is to the front wheel. Okay. Then there's a tube that goes from that circle to the center of your back wheel. Okay. And there's also a tube that goes from that wheel, or from the pedal circle to where the seat is. And the seat sits just a little bit back, so it's not quite a straight line up. It is angled backwards just a little bit. So that's where my seat is. I'm going to go ahead and draw on my seat. I'm making it kind of flat because you're looking at it from the side. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to add one more tube, and that is going to go from the center of our back wheel about halfway down the tube that holds our seat on. So it makes kind of like this triangle shape right here. Right there, that triangle. And there's one more triangle that we're going to make. So right now we have 2 parts of our bicycle and they're not connected. We have the front half and the back half, and that doesn't make a bicycle work very well. So we're going to connect those parts with 2 more tubes. The first tube is going to go straight across. And then the second tube is going to connect the front to that wheel where the pedals are. So there's our other bigger triangle. From here we can add more details to our wheels. So I'm making the rubber part, and then I'm not going to do all of the spokes, but I'll do some of them because they're kind of hard to see. And I'm going to kind of draw them lighter. I hope you can see them too. I'm going to do the same for the back wheel. If I wanted to make it really funky, I could put some playing cards in the spokes of my bicycle. Is that a thing that people still do? I don't know. Okay, now, if you are happy with your bicycle the way that it is and you don't want anybody riding it, you can stop here. But if you want somebody riding your bicycle, I will show you how. So this part, we're going to put some pedals on it. So remember that the pedals are always on the, like they're always going opposite from each other. So I'm going to have one pedal that's going up, and then in the back, one pedal that's going down. Okay. Now I'm going to put my person on there. So his or her foot is going to be on that pedal up there, and then if your foot is up that high, then their knees are going to have to be bent. So I'm going to start with his leg, and I'm going to make a bent knee like this. And then he's going to be sitting. Now, I think I might have to go back in and change this a little bit because he is up so high, I don't think I'll ever be able to reach those handles. So it's a good thing I used a pencil. I'm going to make that part taller. And then I can make my handles again going forward and then to the side. Okay, now, usually when you're riding a bike, you're kind of leaning forward. So this is his back. And there's his front, his belly. And then his arms are going to be bent. So here's his arm. And I'm just going to do a little oval to make it look like he's holding on. And then I want to have his other arm kind of in the background. So it's just going to be the same shape again, just a little bit. Right now, my person only has one leg, and I foresee that as a problem. So I want to make sure that I add his other leg in there. It's in the background behind the bike. And it's just going to be a couple of straight lines and a little foot on that back pedal. All right, my person has a short sleeve shirt on and some shorts because bicycling naked is not okay. There are his shorts. And the only thing that I have left to do is draw a head. So he should be looking at the road ahead, and he should definitely be wearing a helmet. And I'm actually going to draw the helmet first so that I don't have to do more erasing. So I'm just going to do a really simple helmet. So it's curved in the front and it kind of comes down straighter in the back. And maybe it has some holes in it the way that helmets do. And then I'm going to draw his neck, and there's his chin, and I don't want to forget his nose. And then when I draw eyes from the side, all I do is a really tiny little V, sideways V. And he's going to be smiling. And let's see, he needs ears because it's the side, and straps on his helmet so that you know that he's safe. And there's my guy riding a bicycle.